How's it going, everybody? I just wanted to do this little, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's a review. I haven't had this thing long enough to actually do a review on it. I do want to tell you of a couple things that I have come to find out about it. It's a good product, very good product. I like it so far. I've only had it about 3 weeks. I haven't used it a whole lot, but I've been playing with it quite a bit. So I'm going to show you kind of a few things that I've learned about it. Okay, so this is the Ulanzi Filmog Ace. This is kind of the this is the Ulanzi version of the Smoke Genie, Fog Genie, whatever they call it. There's a couple of them. So first off, the one that's the Smoke Genie, that one is $800, give or take. Now, don't get me wrong, that is a professional version. That takes the place of one of the big fog machines like a DJ would use on set. Now, I'm not saying that one of them would do the job of one of those big fog machines, but what I'm saying is if you have, and this is the neat thing about it, you can take the remote on the Fog Genie and you can put 8, 10, 12, 16 of those together, and you can cover an entire video set, a movie set, whatever, with smoke with one of those. There are with that many of those. They actually have a 3-wand hand thing that you can carry around, and with one trigger, you can have all of them going at the same time. They're amazing. They really are amazing, but they're $800 plus. Now, again, for a professional movie set, whatever, that may be well worth it. But for someone like myself, who does some product photography stuff, maybe a little bit of videos here and there, nothing professional, nothing. I'm an amateur. I play around. I enjoy myself doing this stuff. I don't make a living off of it. I have a job. This is for, maybe a little scratch here and there to pay for the equipment. That's really about all it's for. So, keeping that in mind, the Ulanzi Filmog Ace does the trick. Now, if you want to, you can get the Smoke Genie, the same company, their version, which is the what is it called? It's the Smoke Ninja. They have the Fog Ninja, Smoke Ninja. I can't remember exactly what it is, but anyways, they dropped that one down to $249, and it's half the size of the Genie. It does about the same thing, just not the equivalent of it. So one of the Genies is like 4 of the Ninjas, or 3 of the Ninjas, maybe even 2. I don't know. I haven't used either one of them, so I'm not real sure about either one of those. So keep that in mind. I haven't used any other smoker other than the DJ type, which puts out a room full of smoke in no time. This one takes a little bit longer. Now, I'll show you a couple things about this one. So this has a I don't know what you'd call this, but it has the heat shield, I guess. Keeps you from getting burned. Can't get that off of there. So there you go. So here is the capsule, or the tank. And this is quite a bit like a fog machine. Like a vape machine. So you can see it's just like a big vape machine. So there is your tank. And it is 80% vegetable glycerin and 20% polypropyl glycol. PG. VG and PG. 80% VG, 20% PG. You can make your own. I will make my own. I have the ingredients to do so. I went ahead and now I got this. This is kind of a homeopathic whatever vegetable glycerin. They use it for skincare, stuff like that. So keeping that in mind, I've got another one for the PG, which I got off Amazon. I will be getting the VG off Amazon next time because it's a much bigger container for about the same price as I paid for that one at Drug Emporium. So you can get the VG at Drug Emporium. You can't get the PG at Drug Emporium. You might be able to go to some vape shops in your local area and find the same stuff. But anyways, there you go. So anyways, tank and this. So you get one tank, the module, whatever you call it, the base unit with the heat shield. I'm going to go ahead and put this back on there because I don't like having it stick around. And it comes with this nice little case too. It says Ulanzi Filmog Ace on it. And of course I label all my stuff, so there you go. And it comes with all this. So this is the 18650, comes with 2 batteries. So I've got those inside it now, of course. I did decide to purchase an extra tank just in case the one that I have burns up or whatever the case may be. It's nice to have that. You won't have to. I'm not positive, but I think Ulanzi is about the only place you can order that from. They are only $20, I think. So the whole machine with everything, not including the extra tank, was $109. With the extra tank, an extra $20, so $130 for all of this. And that includes the initial, I don't see how much it is. I don't know, 100 ounces maybe, milliliters, 100 milliliters maybe of fog juice. And again, this is 80% VG, 20% PG, and that is from Ulanzi themselves that said that is the mixture. They even say, you don't have to buy our stuff, you can get it and mix it yourself, so no big deal. So it also comes with they call this the bamboo for some reason. I guess you could kind of say it looks a little bit like a bamboo stick or something. I don't know, whatever. And then this is the magic piece, which is really just a little foam insert. But anyways, and then it comes with this offhand one, which you can pretty much make it go any direction you want it to. So yeah, comes with that. And then it does come with a USB-C to USB-A charger cable. And then, of course, your instructions. Now, this is the neat thing. So you can pop this off like that, and there's your remote. So you can see that does have a little charger for the remote built into it. And then, of course, the batteries, the 18650 batteries go on the bottom. So to turn this on, you can, with the remote out of it, with the remote in, you just push the power button right there. Show you that. So that's the power button. Then you've got your plus, your minus, and your activate button. So again, you pull this off of here and you can turn it on here. There's a little button right inside there, and you'll see that little light up. So that means the unit is on and ready to go. And I'm going to use this one first because, oh, and by the way, this does come with a separate part that this screws into. So this one will just fit in here, and that one has to screw into it. So just so you know that, I'm going to go ahead and move some of this out of the way so you can see how this works. Now, you have to turn the remote on also. Now, the way I knew that was because that light started blinking. Meant that it didn't have anything. Now, you can see it does have a little selector on there. So you can select and it'll turn green, and then you can turn the fan. I'm sorry, this is the smoke. So you can turn the smoke up or down, and we are going to turn it up at first about there, and then we'll change to the next one. I did get a little bit of juice on my finger. We're going to turn the fan all the way down. Now, I'm not going to go over any of the specs or anything on this, because if you want specs, there's a couple videos about that. But what I want to show you is the one thing that, now I'm not disappointed in it. I kind of expected it. I was hoping that it wouldn't be as bad as it is, but so be it. You just have to work around it, and that is the volume of this thing. Not the volume. The loudness, the amount of noise that this thing makes when you activate it. So I'm going to show you what it sounds like and what it looks like. So keep in mind, change back to the camera, the main camera here. So my microphone is, I have a shotgun microphone right here, and it is a foot away from my face. So that's where my microphone's at, and it's about 1.5 feet away from this on the table. So I'm going to activate this, and you can hear what it sounds like. And that is where that magic happens. I don't know what it is about this thing, this little foam thingy, but you can literally fill a glass. This is where the vape guys do make a little tornado or something. I don't know how they do it. There we go. Woohoo, I did it first time. Well, second time, really. It does have the aroma of a fog machine. So it's the same thing. It's going to be the same thing going on there. So you're going to have that aroma. And to be honest with you, my DJ fog machine is 10 times louder than this. I mean, that thing is... It'll scare you if you're not expecting it. So anyways, let's. What I want to do now, I'm just going to take this off and show you. I didn't make any changes on the remote or anything. They're still the same settings. Now watch what happens when I push it without that thing on there. It still kind of goes down, but then it immediately comes right back up and turns not really hazy, but in a way kind of hazy. So there you go. Now keep in mind, I just hit that button for a second. So now I'm going to turn the fogger down, the fog part down. Oops, wrong way. So I'm turning that down, and I'm going to put the fan and the fog on one. I'm going to get rid of this thing for now because we don't really need to use that. Let's use this. You'll be able to see it a little bit better maybe. So we'll use that, and then this is going to be everything on its lightest setting. So, oops, sorry. You can see each one of them has one line on it. So this is what it looks like with that. You can barely even see that, but that will put a nice little haze in the room. Let me change to the other camera real quick again. So you can see that'll put a nice little haze in the room if that's what you want. And it's really better if you kind of want like a fog behind you. Now we'll turn both of them up one notch. So now we are up one notch on both of those. So 2 and 2. And we'll go for one more shot. You can see it's gotten quite a bit thicker. Now it dissipates quite quickly. Don't get me wrong. As soon as this moves over here to my left, your right, it will kind of it thins out real quick. I think I've got a little bit more up here in the air right now than what you can see, but yeah, that's really it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the fan part up all the way and show you what it does. Same setting. So we're at 2 and at 5, 6, 2 and 6. So this is 2 and 6, and you can see what it does now. So again, this is with the fan on all the way. So it kind of pushes it out a little bit further. It's not really that much thicker, if any, but it pushes it out a little bit faster and further. So there you have it. And now, if you want to, now of course you can do this with this thing. You can turn that thing so it's right side up there. And then we're going to turn the smoke all the way up. And you can see what that does now. So, yeah, there you go. Now, it makes quite a bit. I need to check. I think my juice is still good, but I heard a gurgling. Yeah, see, I'm half full. Now, like I said, I've had this about 3 weeks. I took it over to my grandkids' house so they could see it and check it out and everything. And I've done probably 3 photo shoots. Not too big of things. Just a little bit of haze. Not a whole lot of anything else. You can still see that's still kind of sticking around a little bit. So it's a little bit thicker in here than it was. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to turn the fan down. That's the heat. That's the smoke. Turn the fan the smoke all the way up, and the fan all the way down. And I'm going to use this thing again, and that like that. But keep in mind this is pretty full. But I'm going to show you this. I got to check my other camera to make sure that it's on there. Let you see how long it'll stay in there like that. You can see it's kind of, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it actually is kind of moving like liquid would move if it were in a cup on a boat. That's the only way I can see. Yeah, you can see that. You can see it kind of bouncing there a little bit. That's what I see too, and it's pretty cool looking. It looks like fluid, and I'm sure it's just because I'm speaking and my breath is making it move a little bit. I'm sure if see if you do the table, it makes it do it too. I don't know how well you can see that either. But anyways, you can see it stays in there pretty good, and it's going to stay in there for quite some time. Not a really long time. I only had about maybe 2 to 3 inches, of space to fill up. So if you had a whole cup, it would stay in there pretty good. But this is pretty cool, like the witch's brew thing, if you want to do that, or like if you're doing a video or something, and I know this may sound silly, but if you're doing a video where you're doing a little a concoction or something where you're mixing stuff in a lab or whatever, and you wanted beakers to look like this would be perfect for that. It really would. So for $109, you can get this machine. Let me get my cup out of the way here. You can get this machine that will do everything, maybe not quite as efficiently, and maybe not quite as on a large a scale as the $820 whatever the Smoke Genie, or I believe there's maybe 3 of the $250 ones out now. Now this is my thing. This is why I went this route. So you've got the Smoke Genie, you've got the Fog Genie, whatever it is, the Smoke or Fog Ninja. Then you've got 2 or 3 other off brands. One, I think it may be a GVM. I can't remember. Now I do know about some of the GVM products. They make some slides and stuff like that. So I'd probably consider that. Now, Ulanzi, I've got several Ulanzi products. I like Ulanzi products. To me, they're kind of a small rig kind of thing. I think small rig is maybe a little bit more upper class, I guess you could say, than these. But all in all, I like Ulanzi. I've got a couple of their camera cages, stuff like that. Some of maybe the focus motor mounts, the rods, stuff like that. I don't know. I have a couple. I believe I have a couple of their lights. Yes, actually, I believe this may be one of their lights here. But anyways, I like Ulanzi products. I haven't had any problems with them. So I said, okay, for $109, I'm going to go for that. Why would I pay $250 for something I really don't know the manufacturer of so well, when I can get one that I do know the manufacturer of for $109? Now, this is another thing, too. The 18650 batteries are another thing that sold me. From what I understand, some of the other smoke products have internal batteries. So if the battery goes bad, you're $20-$30 for a battery, if you can even get one, if it's available. That's the product. That's the product. That is the problem with a lot of these Chinese companies. They may not offer some of the stuff. Now, they may have third-party companies that'll make it sooner or later, but when is that going to be? And is it going to be in time for you? If you are a videographer or something that you need a lot, you do food products, you do food stuffs, you need smoke or steam or whatever a lot. One set of batteries may not last you a whole shoot, so you've got to take time to charge it then, instead of just swapping out batteries. These 18650 batteries are probably, I don't know, you can probably get 2 of them for $20 with a charger probably. So again, makes it easier. It's a good product. It's a good brand. It seems like it's built pretty well. I mean, I don't think, you're not going to be able to drop this off a building and it survive or anything, but it seems like it's going to be sufficient for what it does. And as long as you take care of it, which I tend to take care of other products, then it's going to do pretty good. It's going to last you a while. So you don't want to make it so that the tank goes all the way down, and you got to watch out because this does get hot. So you got to let it cool down before you do anything. I was a little nervous about putting it in here, laying it down sideways. That's just me. I thought maybe the juice would run out. But so far I have not noticed a problem. Now again, you'll see this tank. It's a glass tank with stainless steel, I'm guessing, with stainless steel things, and it's got the little warning things on there, hot, blot, whatever. Blah. This is your end. You've got this little rubber grommet cover. You pull that up, and that is where you put your smoke juice. And then you can just seal that back up. It's not as easy to seal up. It's actually not as easy to get off as you'd think either, but that just tells you I don't think it's going to leak. And what I've found out so far, like I said, the first day I was kind of nervous about it's kind of tough to get it in there. You got to use your fingernails and everything, and you got to push it in pretty good because it is really hard to get in there. But anyways, I was kind of nervous about, I don't know what just happened. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. About putting this thing, laying it down, like, it shows to be done. But I did, and what I noticed was that just like when you use it, you might see just a little bit of juice around the edge of whatever you're working with. Now again, this is just VG and PG, so it's not going to hurt anything. It's they use these to, well, I mean, so again, PG and VG are what's used for vapes. So people inhale this stuff. It's not a poison. You can listen to all the doctors and stuff that'll tell you it's going to kill you, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, you know what? It's kind of the same thing. It's a little bit different than what's in a DJ fogger. That's a little bit thinner, and I think they use some kind of distilled water or something to thin it out a little bit. So this is not much thicker. I mean, you can see it's a little thick, but it's not amazingly thick. So, but again, people use this same stuff in vapes, and they use 50-50. So PG is supposed to not be as good for you. VG is supposed to be more at making smoke. So the people that want to do the big smoke plumes and stuff like that, they use a lot of VG. I believe that's the way it is. Anyways, so there you go. Of course, they put nicotine and flavoring in it. There's no flavoring. You can put some in here if you want it to smell pretty whenever you take a shot of a model or something like that. But, it's up to you. So again, this little thing here goes in here just like this. And there you go. You got your whole kit ready to go in one fell swoop. Again, if you get some spare batteries, you can put them in here, and you'll always have some spare batteries. You can get a charger for your home. I've got one for my flashlights that I use for my volunteer position, and that charger will actually charge these batteries. That's actually how I charge this. I did not charge it with the USB, so I don't know how long it takes. These were a little bit under half full when I got it, so it was fine to go ahead and test it, make sure everything worked, and it worked fine. Everything was good out of the box, and it, like I said, it did come with that first tube of juice, so you got everything you need to test it, play with it, whatever, the first time. You don't have to buy anything else. Depending on how much you use it, you may not even have to buy any smoke juice for quite a while. I went ahead and got this because I plan on doing quite a bit, and one video shoot that I want to do, it's gonna take a lot of that stuff, so I may actually have to use my fog machine and that. So yeah, but anyways, that's gonna be for more precise. That's what I got for you. The loud noise that it makes, again, if you're anywhere near the camera with that thing, you're gonna hear it, so you need to prepare for that. But it works for the price. It just plain works, and you can't do anything better than that. So that's what I just wanted to tell you, and I give it 2 thumbs up. I don't know. I've never done that before, so whatever. But I do. I really like this thing. It's fun to play with. It's really cool to do photo shoots with. I've done a pocket knife. I've done what else did I do? I did a scope for a AR-15, a red dot scope. Just putting a little bit of that stuff in there. I haven't used it. I don't do models or anything like that, so I have no reason to do it for that. But I'm sure my grandkids would love to play with it if I ever gave them a chance. So there you go. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns or anything, leave them in the thing. Other than that, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.